How many times have you looked at your trading account this week and felt sick? Not just disappointed, sick, like something's wrong with you, like everyone else figured out some secret that nobody told you about. If that sounds familiar, I need you to stay with me for the next 8 minutes, because what I am about to tell you might be the most important thing you hear in your entire trading journey. What you are going through right now has a name. It is real. It happens to every single trader who ever became consistently profitable, and most of them almost quit right in the middle of it. It is called the Valley of Despair. And today, we are going to talk about what it is, why it hurts so deeply, and exactly how you get through it. When you first started trading, you probably felt a spark. You watched some videos, learned a few patterns, maybe even made some early profits, and you thought, okay, I can do this. This makes sense. Then something shifted. The more you learned, the more confused you got. The more trades you took, the more money you lost. And the worst part is, you could not even figure out why. You followed the setup, you did what the chart told you, and it still went against you. That is the valley. It's the gap between knowing enough to take trades and knowing enough to take the right ones. It sits right between beginner and profitable, and it's the loneliest, most frustrating place in all of trading. Now here's where the valley hurts differently than any other kind of failure in your life. When you fail in most areas, you can blame something outside yourself. Bad luck, bad timing, someone else made the decision. But in trading, every loss points directly back at you. You pulled the trigger. You chose that entry. You ignored the stop loss. You held on too long, hoping it would come back. You panic sold right at the bottom. Every single loss is a mirror, and sometimes you really do not like what you see looking back at you. And then the comparison trap starts. You see traders on social media posting massive gains. You see accounts flipping small money into life-changing money. And you're sitting there, months into this, wondering what is wrong with you. Here's the truth. There is nothing wrong with you. Those people either went through the same valley you're in right now, or they're not showing you the full picture. Probably both. So how do you know if you're in the valley right now? Let me give you 5 signs. Sign number 1, you keep changing your strategy every few weeks. One week you're trading RSI divergence. Next week it's price action. Then you find a new method online and start all over again. That's not learning. That's running away from the discomfort of mastering one thing. Sign number 2. After a loss, you immediately jump back in to make the money back. That's called revenge trading, and it almost always turns one bad loss into a catastrophic one. The market does not owe you a recovery. Sign number 3. Your position size changes based on your emotions. When you feel confident, you go big. When you feel scared, you go tiny, which means your losses hurt more than your wins help. Sign number 4. You cannot follow your own rules. You know where your stop loss should be, but you move it. You know you should wait for confirmation, but you enter early. This is the gap between knowing and doing, and it lives right at the center of the valley. Sign number 5. You are starting to question whether any of this is even real, whether regular people can actually learn to trade consistently, whether this whole thing is just a fantasy. If 2 or 3 of those hit home for you, you are in the valley. And now that you know it, we can talk about what to do. Here is what is actually happening inside you right now, and this part is important. There's a concept called the Dunning-Kruger effect. When you first start trading, you do not know what you do not know, so you feel strangely confident. You take a few wins and you think you have it figured out. Then reality arrives. As you learn more, you realize how complex this really is. You see all the things you were getting wrong. Your confidence crashes. That crash is the valley. But here is what happens on the other side. If you stay and keep learning, confidence returns. Not the fake confidence of a beginner, real confidence, the kind built on experience, on journaling, on losses survived and lessons absorbed. That is when trading finally starts to click. That is when you stop reacting to the market and start responding to it. And there's a massive difference between those two things. Reacting is emotional. Responding is strategic. The valley is exactly where you learn that difference. Okay, let's get practical. Here's how you survive the valley. First, shrink your risk immediately. If you're losing right now, your job is not to make money. Your job is to survive long enough to learn. Drop your position size down. Risk less than 1% per trade. Give yourself room to make mistakes without destroying your account. You cannot learn from a blown account. You can only learn from one that is still alive. Second, stop chasing different strategies and commit to one. Pick a single setup and trade only that setup for the next 90 days. Not because it's the best strategy in the world, but because mastery only comes from repetition, and you cannot repeat something you keep changing. Third, start a trading journal and actually use it. Not just your profit and loss numbers. Write down your emotions before and after every trade. Why did you take it? How did you feel when it moved against you? What did you do? And at the end of each week, look for the pattern. I promise the pattern is there. You just have to be honest enough to look at it. Fourth, find traders who are slightly ahead of you, not the gurus showing highlight reels. Find people who will tell you the truth. People who will say, yes, I made that exact mistake too, and here's what helped me. That kind of honest conversation is worth more than any indicator or course. Fifth, and this is the most important one, decide that the valley is temporary, not permanent. Because the valley doesn't end when the market changes. It ends when you change, when you stop running from the discomfort, when you start treating your losses as tuition instead of punishment. That shift in how you see things, that is the moment the valley starts to shrink. Now, I want to tell you about what's on the other side. Because there is another side. The traders who make it are not the smartest ones. They're not the ones with the most sophisticated tools. They're the ones who refuse to quit when quitting made complete sense. There comes a moment, and you'll know it when it happens, where the market starts to feel different. Not easy, it never becomes easy, but quieter. The noise that used to overwhelm you starts to look like signal. You start trusting your read, not out of arrogance, but because you've earned it through real screen time and real losses and real lessons. That version of you is real. That version exists. It's just waiting on the other side of the valley you're standing in right now. And the only way out is through. So here is what I want you to do after this video. Do not go looking for a new strategy. Do not go find a new indicator. Just stay. Stay one more week. Journal one more trade. Review one more loss with curiosity instead of shame. Because the traders who make it are not special people. They are just people who did not quit on the day when quitting felt inevitable. Drop a comment below and tell me honestly, where are you in your trading journey right now? Are you in the valley? Have you come out the other side? I read every comment and I want to hear from you. If this video helped you, share it with one trader who needs to hear this today. And subscribe if you want more honest, practical conversations about what trading really takes. I will see you in the next one.